What have you done involving education?
Well, I graduated from college and was not going into education, but I did some odd jobs, and I took a job at a Montessori school and decided right away, within the first week, that that's what I wanted to do, was work with kids. So I went back to school, got my teaching degree and master's at St. Thomas, and I started out for 10 years in Brooklyn Center in my own classroom, kindergarten, 6th grade, but then settled in 4th grade for the last 6 or 7 years. And then we had a child that was late, like far after our other children, so I became a stay-at-home dad. And then once our youngest was school age, I decided to go back, but part-time, so I became a para at Highlands, which is where I work now, and I've been there for about 10 years now at Highlands.
What do you think the impact is of having a well-rounded educational system for young kids?
The impact is huge, as big as anything outside of the impact of their family. I would say deciding factor for most kids being healthy and successful is first their family, and second their education. So beyond just learning math, how to do math and to read and spell and science, also just how to work in groups, how to manage conflict, build self-esteem, all that good stuff that leads to a healthy adulthood.
What are some aspects that are important to have in programs like Highlands?
Interesting question. Highlands in particular is a CP school, which stands for Continuous Progress. Well, half of it is. That's where I work. So kids of different ages are together in the same classroom. So that in particular takes teachers that are into creating individualized learning plans for different kids. You've got kids at several age groups all learning the same material, so it's going to hit differently for different kids. So flexibility is key, open-mindedness, and in my opinion, a big part of Highlands is the whole child experience, so heart and all that good stuff.
What do you do to help a child that is having a hard time at school?
Well, the first step is listening, and then trying to create an open line of communication, trying to listen non-judgmentally and hear what it is that they're struggling with, build trust with them so that then I can have an impact on teaching them how to help themselves.
What procedures do you need to go through to get a job like yours, and is it hard to find a job in the field that you work?
You can go to get your elementary educational degree in your undergrad in college, which is your first 4 years of college. They have 4-year programs where you go to college for 4 years, and when you're done, you have a teaching degree. They also have 2-year programs for people who major in something other than education and then want to get into education after their graduation, which is the route that I took. I was an English major and then went back to school for 2 years to get my teaching degree. So either way, and what was the second question?
Is it hard to find a job in the field that you work?
In Minnesota it is, because Minnesota produces a lot of good teachers, and we have great teaching universities that pump out teachers, and there's only a finite number of jobs in Minnesota, so there's more candidates coming out every year than there are jobs. So here it's tough. If you're willing to go away, to Texas or Florida or places where they're in need of quality teachers, you can get a job much more easily, but that involves relocating. So for young people, maybe not the worst thing.
Have children impacted you in any way?
Absolutely, more than anyone who has, well, I guess there's some adults that have impacted me profoundly in my life, but in 20 years of working with kids, I've been blessed to have been impacted by so many different kids I can't even begin. I'd have to go back through the yearbooks to name how many have, but yes, absolutely. On a daily basis, I'm impacted by kids and their energy and their open-mindedness and their positivity and their resilience. Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.